Electric cars have a long automotive history. The first cars to be produced were electrically powered, and electric cars outsold their gasoline-powered rivals at the beginning of the 20th century. They ran quietly and smoothly, didn't emit clouds of smelly smoke, and didn't require manual cranking to start. But the advent of cheap oil, the invention of the electric starter engine, and Henry Ford's mass production techniques combined to ensure the dominance of the internal combustion engine for the remainder of the century. Today, however, consumer and industry interest in alternative fuels has never been higher. While advocates of biodiesel call for plant-based fuels to power internal combustion engines, electric car enthusiasts point out that their vehicles are cleaner, quieter, and far more efficient to run. Electric cars are zero-emission vehicles. No hybrid or biodiesel can make the same claim. In the U.S., approximately 50% of our electricity is generated by burning coal, and critics point out that the generation of electric power by coal-fired plants creates air pollution just as the exhaust from an internal combustion engine does. However, a Department of Energy-funded study has found that battery-powered electric vehicles reduce greenhouse gas emissions by more than a third, and as we continue to add clean, renewable energy sources such as wind, biomass, and solar to the grid, these emissions will be further reduced. Several major car companies have released fully electric vehicles in the last decade, including Toyota, Ford, and General Motors. As recounted in the recent movie, Who Killed the Electric Car, despite their popularity with consumers, none of these cars is currently being produced. This electric car is an example of a conversion. The internal combustion engine has been removed and an electric motor installed. Thousands of mechanically inclined hobbyists have performed conversions at home in their own garages over the last decade or so. This car, a 1991 Dodge Colt, was bought new and immediately converted. An electric motor is a simpler machine than an internal combustion engine, and it requires less maintenance. There's no gas, no oil, no muffler, and far less wear and tear on the brakes. This, combined with the fact that electric engines are far more efficient, makes it much cheaper to operate an electric vehicle than a gasoline one. The only significant expense involved in owning an electric vehicle is the batteries. Battery range and power are the big concerns in an electric vehicle, and battery limitations have made electric vehicles impractical for people who want something they can drive on their daily commute and on lengthy road trips. The only currently commercially available electric cars are intended for neighborhood driving. They won't go faster than 30 miles per hour. And, well, they're funny looking. Our conversion looks normal, and it will attain normal highway speeds, though not for long. It is suitable for driving on the windy back roads of Bucks County, however, and its 20-mile range allows us to take it into one of the local towns for breakfast out or grocery shopping, and then home again to plug in and recharge overnight.
We have here the amperage that the motor is drawing at any given point. So you'll see you take the foot off the gas, go to 0. There's no regenerative braking in this car, so it just stays at 0. As I apply the accelerator pedal, it will give current to the motor. My voltmeter is here. This is a 96 volt system. The effective voltage drops to about 85 when it's under load. That's normal. And in the back here we have our battery indicator, which is a programmable meter that measures how much energy we're using and gives me a good sense of how much charge is left in the batteries. I'm in second gear right now. I started in second, cruising at 40 miles an hour. I can get it up to 50 in second, though it takes a long time after 35. So what I would do now is shift. This car has no clutch, which is actually a big defect in it. So I have to shift by guessing. So now I'm in third. And in third I can go 55 pretty easily. I get more oomph at the higher I can draw more current.
As battery technology improves, production electric cars have increased in power and range as well. We hope that seeing a fully functional electric vehicle on the road will inspire others to do their own conversions. And with the current interest in hybrids fueling consumer interest, who knows? Perhaps in a few years the fully electric vehicle will be as common a sight on U.S. roads as it was at the beginning of the 20th century.